What I'll do, Wayne, is I'll bring up the script and put it on my screen.
Okay.
You have your script. Oh, shoot, I didn't put the date. Dang it. Oh, well. Wait till it comes up here. And it's labeled Power Training, Learn How the Pros Recruit People, Role Playing, Second Sort, How to Bring Someone in, Cha. Supposed to say cha-ching, but I ran out of room. Okay. All right, I might need to call in here, guys, on my other phone. So give me a second because I'm going to get feedback, unfortunately. Can you hear me okay, Wayne?
Yeah, I can hear you fine. Can you hear me?
All right, hang on. I got to double me, so just give me 1 second. Yeah, hang on. Hang on. Okay. Hang on, Wayne.
Mm-hmm.
See if I have to mute myself on the other line. Hang on. All right. Let me do this. Go back to Zoom here. And mute. Okay. So Chris is on with us. Good to have you here, Chris. We're going to do some role playing tonight. And we're going to do the second sort. Really, the pre-interview, the pre-interview and the second sort, if you get somebody to cha-ching and you've done the pre-interview properly and you get the cha-ching part down, you're going to be really good to go here. Hang on, what the heck? Okay, so you guys are seeing the Zoom, right? So let's see if I'm going to pull this up here, guys. I'm going to find maybe I'm not. Let's see here. Everything is a little delayed. So we're going to go here. And I apologize for the delay, guys, but we're going to go here. Gives me just a minute to do this. And we're going to go and show everybody where the scripts are. So yeah, guys, so basically we're following a basic outline. And yes, it takes a little bit of skill set to learn to just build that relationship and relate to people and make them feel like they're the hero in their own story. And so by doing that, we want to be able to relate to them, make them feel comfortable, let them know this is a safe place, and that, yes, this can happen for you. We want to paint a vision for them. And the way we do that is really, obviously, know your script. Know thy script. I mean, you do want to know it. You do want to role play with it. You want to write it out. You want to read it out loud. And the more you do it with people, the better that you'll get at it. I follow right now, because we did adjustments to the new pre-interview. I've been just following it and adding a little bit of ad lib in here, but because we did some edits on the new pre-interview, I'm following it. And that's all I did when I started. And I brought people in. I know I wasn't perfect, but I brought people in. So guys, under the training area tab, there is a section here under the training area that says old training, and you can go into the automatic training emails, and you can listen to John. Okay, I want to make sure, does everybody have pen and paper here?
I do.
Okay. So when you go into here and you click on you got to go through this, see this little section there, you got to go into the old archived emails into the drop down. When you go into here, past this lovely picture, John, me, and Brian, we don't know this gentleman's name, but we know he's from Ireland. When you go into your How to Get Your New Partner Started, when you click on this, there's a lot of recordings in here. That's why we didn't want to dump them. But when you go into here, it says, listen to how to wrap up a risk-free unit or a micro commitment. So you get to go here and watch and listen. Watch why offering the risk-free unit is so important in your business. You can go here. And then this is just how to get someone registered in the welcome email. So the recording is right here. And so you can see how John does it, see how he brings somebody through that process. Now, again, that is under your training tab in your Switch to Freedom back office. When you hold over that hyperlink, you'll see three things here. You've got to hold it over the video and document library area, and then you want to hover over old training archives, and then just scroll down to just the automatic training email archives. That's where you want to go. Automatic training email archives. The recordings, even if the scripts have changed a bit, again, I wouldn't print the scripts off from here, but you can listen and you can get the posturing down. Posturing is how you speak to people, how you come across. Doesn't matter if it's an old recording or an old script. The posturing doesn't change. The connectiveness doesn't change. The building know, like, and trust does not change. So I encourage you, and then you'll scroll down and you can see, there's why do we do leads, that recording's in there. But I definitely would go down to here, 4, 5, 6, 7. Those are the ones I definitely do. Again, 4 is doing a first interview, and again, the interview has been shortened, okay, not to cause confusion, but it's a different script, but this will give you some tips. Okay, this will give you some tips. You can run with this. How to bring your new partner in. This really hasn't changed. Okay, post-certification. Okay, partnering call. All of that, there's recordings for you to use. So we are actually going to go now into actually doing a role play on getting your new partner started. We're going to go under the training tab and Switch to Freedom. And we're going to click on Shortcut Training. And we are going to have some updates here probably next week because this is going to change for some even simpler. And we're going to scroll down to the little blue dots with the checks in them, little blue dots with checks in them. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 steps. This is the process that you take someone through. These are the 9 steps that you take someone through. How you call leads, how you would do an interview, how you get somebody interested in the business, if you're doing paid leads, leaving a message, how would I do that, an email to follow up, leaving the message, the virtual interview, and then right here we're going to go down to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, how to get your new partner started in a no-risk discovery. So when we click on that, we are going to go ahead, and the recording's in here too. I guess it didn't have to take you, and I apologize through all that other mumbo-jumbo. It's right here. Wayne, it's right here. So you can listen to it right here.
Yeah.
Okay, have you done that?
I've done that. I've been studying this.
Okay, so if you've done this, you should be able to hit a home run. Okay, meaning you should do well. It doesn't mean that the person, if I'm doing a cha-ching call with somebody and somebody says they don't have the money, or, oh, I'm not sure, or, gosh, I got to talk to my husband, or, you know what, I don't think this is for me. That stuff all still happens to me. All still happens to me. But this will help you continue 24 hours a day if you want to listen to this, okay? This will help you out a lot, okay? But we're going to go down to the script here. We're going to pull up the script. And I'm going to have you, Wayne, and for everybody listening to the recording, my name is Jackie Anding. We are talking about a business. We're in a health science business. We help people live better, faster. We help feel healthier, faster, be able to create income from home with our health science company. And so today we're doing some training for you this evening. And so what we're going to do is we're going to find when that script comes up. It's taken forever. There it is. Nope, that's not it. That's something else I was working on. Give us a second here, guys. There we go. So, Wayne, I'm going to have you pretend that I'm Kim, right? Because Kim is the one that should change you. And I'm going to have you, we're going to do the ring. I'm going to also have Chris critique. Can you do that, Chris?
Oh, yeah, I can do that.
Okay. And so, Wayne, you and Chris have gone through this script, correct?
Yes, we have.
You've role-played how many times?
We did it once or twice, Chris. I don't remember.
Right, yeah.
Okay, so 2 times. This will be the 3rd time, okay? So at this really intersection, listening to the recording, you can go to this YouTube, right? You know when it's at. It's the first one on Power Training. And, Wayne, you can hear yourself.
Right.
Okay? And then you can hear how we're going to critique you tonight. And now you have a recording. You can go to this YouTube. You can actually copy the link and put it in a Word document and then send it to yourself. And label it. And now you have yourself being recorded. You'll have to forgive me. I mean, I talk about taking notes and I talk about recordings. But what I also recommend when you guys get on these calls or any calls, especially if you're going to do one of these yourself, that you have, let's say it's Fred. You get a cha-ching from Fred. What you should do, Wayne, is call into your conference line first, hit record, and then 3-way Fred in. And you got Fred on this conference line. He doesn't know it, but you're recording. Now, when the call's all done and over with, you can listen to it, Wayne. You can send it to me, Wayne. You've done this before, by the way, the very beginning, and you send it to me. And you say, hey, you got a few minutes to listen to this recording. I got to tell you, John Betts has got to be the best at this. He hasn't done it in a while. I probably need to remind him. But he sent me a slew of first pre-interviews, a slew of them. And I've gone through them, and I've, texted him if he's at work, and I didn't want to wait till the evening, texted him what I found or did a voice recording text to him. I've called him, and it helps him improve because he wanted to get my feedback on things. Again, we're not saying that you're not going to have somebody who, after you do this, says, oh, well, second thoughts. That shouldn't happen very often, right, Chris? It really shouldn't happen if on the front end you really spent some time with them building know, like, and trust. And you set that proper expectation up. You set that next that next, I guess, merging onto the freeway. But we do have people who say, hey, they start talking, and they go, I've changed my mind. That's fine. I'm like, great, cool. I didn't waste my time. Or, gosh, Wayne, I'm just not sure if right now is the right time. And I say, hey, tell me why. Well, I really don't have the $4.99. Well, you don't have to. And usually I'll tell people, if you don't have the $4.99 after I kind of hit, that's fine. Let's just start with the micro commitment. That's perfectly great choice for you. Or, gosh, I'm not really sure what's the difference between the risk-free and the micro commitment. So Wayne, do you know the answer to that?
The difference between the risk-free and the micro-commitment?
Uh-huh.
Yes. The difference between the risk-free and the micro-commitment is that a person can begin with under $100.
Correct. Yeah. And if they want the risk-free, it's $4.99 plus tax and shipping. So it looks like that's the way that you want to get started, Wayne. Excellent choice. And at that point, Wayne will cut me off. Wayne will say, how much? Or what's the risk-free again? And I'll say $4.99 plus tax and shipping. It's a great way to get started in the business. I mean, is that you know, that's what you've chosen. I'll let them talk. Oh gosh. We don't have that kind of money right now. Okay, no problem. Let's start with the micro commitment then. I lead them. I'm almost telling them, hey, let's start with the micro commitment, no harm, no foul. And guess what the good news is, Wayne? You can get that risk-free unit at a later date. But let's just get that started. It's under $100 with tax and shipping. We'll get you started into the training and get you moving forward. Sound good? I get them saying yes. Sometimes they'll say yes, but I have to wait till, like my lady who cha-chinged me today, I have to wait till Tuesday. Now, this is where experience comes in. Probably about 70% of the time, Wayne, when someone says they don't have money right now, I got to wait till next Friday, or they give me a date, and I really have discerned that they're like, you can tell, they're really ready to get going, right? They're like, you just can tell. I'll register them and set up the auto ship for that date. This lady today, she's a former chiropractor. I really like her. I like her reasons. But there was something that was saying, you know what, just wait till Tuesday to sign her up. But you know what I did, Wayne?
Right.
So let's get you on the schedule for Tuesday. Got the time all scheduled. I said, you have it written down. You always ask them, do you have it written down? Is that what you have written to? Yes, yes, yes. Meanwhile, I'd love for you to get on the training for our success, our God-cultured business success call Saturday. Would you like to do that? I would love to do that. Okay, I'm going to send you the link, and you can get registered. And then I want to ask you this question, Holly. Are you available at 10:30 tomorrow morning, Thursday morning? And she says, yes. I'll say, well, I want to get you into another call now. This is more of a devotional call. I believe that you have that faith base. Am I right? And she says, yes, I do. I said, all right. So I'll put the number in the email, and then are you familiar with webinars? And if she said no, but she said yes, I said, just click the link, register. You'll get a notification for John Bender's call. You'll be able to hear from him live on Saturday. So what am I doing? I'm kind of testing her, but even if she came in today, I would still make sure she registered for that call. I would still make sure that she got on our call tomorrow if I registered her. Now, because I didn't register her, why do you think I got her on Thursday's call with Diana and Saturday's call? Why do you think I did that, Chris?
Let's go with Diana.
Mm-hmm. Why do you think I did that? Why not our 12 noon call? She's not registered.
Say that again, Jackie. I'm sorry.
Why do you think that this lady that I didn't register today, I got her on Thursday's call? Why do you think I didn't get her on our 12 noon call tomorrow? But I got her on Diana's devotional call tomorrow morning and John's God's cultured call, success call on Saturday. Why do you think I picked those two and not our 12 noon call?
Oh, yeah, the 12 noon call would be too much for her at this point, especially if she hadn't started in business yet.
Yep, exactly. So we don't want to cause confusion, but those are generic calls. All they're doing is setting the platform up to show more exposure to a real God-cultured environment, a real support, right, without any confusion. Because all Diana's going to do is do prayer. That's pretty cool that a company has that. All John's going to do is talk about success, isn't he? He's going to talk about success. And he's going to use a PowerPoint to go around that success, right? So all that's going to do is keep validating. See, I'm too small of a number, Wayne. I want to include them in other calls. Now, it's up to them to get on, but kind of tested her, too. Can you do it? I can do it. And I said, hey, you know what? Do me a favor. Text me. Shoot me an email and tell me what you thought of the calls. Can you do that? I can do that, she said. I said, great. I'll look forward to it. And I got you on the schedule for when? And she said Tuesday. And I said, what time? And she said 11. And I chuckled, and she laughed. Boom. Okay? Just a little side note on all that. You can do that. I'm sure you're writing it on your script right now. Again, I could have post-dated her order for Tuesday, but I didn't. I just thought, I'll do a little bit more sorting here since she doesn't have it right now. Let's get her a couple calls and see if she actually does it. Okay? I don't do it with everybody, Wayne. Some people, I would preset the order and auto delivery for next Friday and bring them in today. I've done that too. So you got to feel in your gut what you want to do. Okay? All right, so let's do this. Wayne, I'm going to be me, and
Okay.
I'll go along with whatever you say because we already had the pre-interview. You got my cha-ching. You can...
Pre-interview. Oh, wait a minute. I'm looking at the wrong one.
Second sort call after the cha-ching.
After the cha-ching. Okay.
You've done the pre-interview. You did it with Kim, and you did that on your own, and she
The
cha-ching.
second.
Yeah? So that's a good indicator that you did it right.
Yeah.
Okay? So now we're going to do the second sort, and what we can do is this. You've done, now I want to make sure, Chris, you've done the second sort with Wayne a couple times, right?
We've done it.
Right.
Okay.
Just had the wrong one up.
That's okay. So, Wayne, whatever you say to me, let me verify your mailing or shipping address. It's, whatever you say, just use Michigan in there, and you can just shoot out numbers. I'll say yes, okay? So don't worry about that, all right?
Yeah.
We're just in role playing right now. So I'm going to ring. I'm going to answer, and you can come up with whatever you want to. What we talked about yesterday, whatever you want to say about my why or whatever. Maybe you'll say, yeah, how's Gracie doing today? I knew you told me that your dog wasn't feeling good yesterday. I mean, whatever it is, I'll go along with it because at the beginning of the script, it should not be robotic. This is the only thing that I teach people is when I call you and I say, hey, Wayne, it's Jackie, how you doing? You're going to say, oh, Jackie, I'm doing great.
I'm fine. Great.
Yeah.
That's the usual answer to that question.
Absolutely. So let me ask you this: Did you go out and catch the bus today and go down and do some work at the I can't even think today, Wayne. You know what I'm saying? Did you get some work done today?
Yeah. I spent some time down at the Capitol.
That's what I couldn't think of it. Thank you, Wayne. See,
I knew what you were thinking about.
Yeah. So that's how I talk to people. When I just don't say, hey, Wayne, it's Jackie. How are you today? Wayne says, fine. I say, okay, great. Really appreciate you sending me the VIP profile. I'm not going to say, guys, that doesn't work because there's a lot of newbies that do it and work, but let's have some brief small talk. Let's talk about, something I learned from you yesterday, which, again, you could just talk about Gracie. I just gave you a hint. And then go into the rest of the script because you are a busy man. You have me on a tight schedule, but yet you're not going to call me and be like, hey, Jackie, what's up? Oh, glad you're doing well today. So thank you so much, and I appreciate you sending. Yeah, I appreciate you sending me your VIP profile. Wayne, what did you like most about what you saw? That's all too monotone. That's all like, what the heck did what happened to Wayne here? You want to bring it up a notch. Anybody can do that. An introvert can do that. Just think of something happy, okay? So anyhow, I'm just giving a few tips here. We're going to let you run through it. Chris is going to listen carefully. We are getting this all recorded, and actually we're live right now. So anybody else could be listening to us too, but this is just role play mode. So let's go through this, and we'll go from there. And Wayne, I will encourage you, since you're new, do yourself a favor and try not to be flashy or try to be impressive here. What I encourage you to do is just follow the script, be yourself, but just stick pretty tightly to the script to keep on task, especially at the beginning stages. You may do that for the next 6 months or so to just really get comfortable the way it's written, or maybe you retyped it up, however you typed it up. But just stick with it so you don't get off on a tangent or lose your place or start going,
What I learned with play scripts was this.
Yeah.
Method actors go ahead and they do learn by doing method, and even with a script, they go ahead and they veer off of the script. But only after they go ahead and they learn that script by heart.
Amen. It's
So
very important, and for me with ADD, scripts have been a godsend for me. But it is nice to stick with them, add your own vocabulary, type your own in there. But if you do that, you will get away from the ums. A person who, and it's okay if you do it tonight because we're throwing you in the lion's den, so don't be nervous or anything. But notice yourself if you're doing a lot of ums and a lot of too long of pauses. I have critiqued a lot of people who have done that, and we just tell people just really get in there and maybe, read that script 2 or 3 times a day. Just do that for the next, month. Read it 2 or 3 times a day, obviously if you're calling leads, but on top of calling your leads and doing it, do it 3 times every day for the next 30 days. Think about that. That's 3 times 30. How much is 3 times 30?
90.
90 times. Okay. All right. So let's do it. You ready, Wayne?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay. Deep voice. Me. Oh, get a drink of water. Hang on. I get a drink of water. Gracie's looking at me. I woke her up. Sorry, Grace. Put your head back down. I know. I sound terrible. You don't want me to sing. Okay. All right. 3, 2, 1. Ring, ring. Ring, ring. Ring, ring.
Yeah.
Hello?
Hi. Wayne Lee. How are you today?
I am good, Wayne. How are you?
I'm fine. Everything going well with you and Gracie?
Oh, thank you for asking. Yes, she's doing better than yesterday when we were on the phone with you, but she's doing quite well. Thanks for asking, Wayne. How are you doing?
Oh, I'm doing fine, thank you.
Good.
Let me ask you, you want to make a lot or just a little bit?
I want to make, what you want to do, Wayne, is, hey, I'm going to put you on pause. Go back up to the second bullet point where it says, I appreciate you sending me your VIP profile.
Oh, yeah, I forgot that. I miss them all the time.
That's okay.
I appreciate you sending
And Wayne, here, let me give you a word of suggestion. This print is so small. Okay, it really is. I have my readers on, but we try, what we tried to do and why it's so small is because we don't like to overwhelm people with a book of scripts. But for your own personal preference, you could copy and paste this, and you could put numbers if you wanted to. You could put colors.
I've actually got it up on the screen, Jackie. And
oh yeah, it's still small.
I've had it enlarged. And
yeah, okay.
That helps me. But at this hour, I'm having a hard time seeing anything. But it's better.
No problem. Yep. Enlarge the font, whatever you have to do to make it work for you. So let's start with that question number 1. I appreciate you sending. Okay, so go ahead.
I appreciate you sending me your VIP profile. What did you like best about what you saw?
Wayne, there's a lot of information in there, but I have to tell you, I like the technology. I think it's really neat. I see a purpose for it. I don't know all the technologies, but I really like the air technology. Really did.
Well, that's excellent. You want to make a lot or a little?
Wayne, and I'm going to ask you, Wayne, to take a note real quickly off role playing. I would do this, and this may be more comfortable for you. This is what makes it more comfortable for me. This is what I do. I would say, hey, Wayne, got a question for you. That's what I would say. Like you said, hey, Jackie, I got a question. You know, I want you to say, I got a question for you. Do you want to make a lot or a little? Yeah, whatever you want to say. I mean, hey, I got a question for you, Jackie. Do you want to make a lot or a little? Okay, try that.
On them, but say I want to ask you a question. Okay.
There you go. Go ahead.
Go ahead and, if you would, tell me why that is.
Okay. I want to be able to set myself up to where I'm not looking at the zeros in my checkbook, Wayne. I mean, really, that's really important to me. I like to be a little distressed here because, as I told you, you know, to have more money in there at the end of the month would really make me happy.
You know, that kind of reminds me of someone I once knew. That person just was always struggling all the way down to the end of the month until their next payment came in.
Love it. Good job.
Zeros landing in there until finally they found this company. I'm telling you, it feels a lot better now.
I like hearing that, Wayne.
Let me go ahead and let's take a look at this now. Would you like to go ahead and go with your risk-free unit? $499.99 a month, plus shipping and handling. It'll only be about $32.90.
Okay, out of character here. Here's what I'd like for you to do, and I know the font is small. So you told me that story, right? And you have excitement and positivity and genuineness in your voice. I'm going to tell you that right now. And so you gave me a vision, and I got excited. And you will get responses like, that sounds good. And if you don't take it personally, but you say, that's awesome. So let me just go into role play. So, you know, I knew. You
know what? I missed something. Go ahead. I see.
Okay.
There's a good point in what you're saying. I see what you're talking about. So
yeah, Chris Allen, you know, Wayne, she's somebody in the company, and you know, her and Michaela was her daughter. They were so stressed out, Chris was, because she was always living paycheck to paycheck. So the good news is she was able to get herself out of it and put her daughter through horse school. I can't remember the name of it, equestrian, and be able to buy a horse and have a lot more zeros in that checkbook. So this is what you got to look forward to, okay, Wayne? And you're going to you say yes or whatever. So Wayne, the part that you missed, go ahead and go ahead.
Let me take it from you, that story, and it really feels much better this way. I can tell you that. That's for sure.
Good.
Our next step, in order for you to get to that location, feeling that much better, is to go ahead and get your Discovery temporary account with our website set up. We've got to set your website up. Once the website is set up, things start happening. They did for me anyway. We want to make sure this is going to be a continued fit for you. So that is why we do the Discovery temporary account. Get through some training and get your micro commitment or your risk-free unit chosen. Get that out to you. With 100% money-back guarantee on that risk-free unit. We don't want you doing something that is not a fit for you. Does that make sense?
Oh, absolutely. I appreciate that.
Great. So getting you into the training, you can discover yourself. This is a good fit. Does that make sense?
Absolutely. Yes.
Let me ask you this. You want to make a multiple stream of income or just one?
I'd love to make a multiple income stream.
Well, that's great. We also get your Fast Start guide out to you. We get you your certification email out as well. Is the first name on your account first name? Yeah, that like Jackie. Is that the first name you want on your account?
Yes, it would be Jackie.
Jackie. That's the first name you want on your account. Okay. Let me verify your address. You want your package shipped to you?
I do, absolutely. Now, again, you're going to verify the address there, Wayne.
Right.
So just say
Right.
whatever my address is.
What is your primary phone number you want to be contacted at, by the way, Jackie?
The one that you contacted me on tonight will work great.
The one that contacted you on tonight would be the one to call you at. Okay.
Great.
What the email address do you want to receive your electronic correspondence at?
It's the same one that you sent me the info on for the
right.
interview.
I have that set up already, so I figured that was it. I wanted to be
Awesome.
sure. Your personal Vollara website address will be www.myvollara.com, Jackie, ending 77.
Okay. What was that again, Wayne?
MyVollara, VOLLARA.com, / first name, that's your first name, Jackie. www.myvollara.com, Jackie, then your last name, ending, and 77.
Perfect. Okay, I've got
/ Jackie, ending, 77.
Perfect. And I'm going to put out a role play. You can say, Wayne, this will also be in the email that I send you.
Yes, right.
So
that'll be in the email I send you as well.
Yep, but I'm taking notes. Hopefully I'm taking notes. You want me to be taking notes. That'll be a good sign for you. So, but that's fine what you did, and you repeated it, and you needed to, so beautiful. Okay, keep moving along.
Okay. The temporary password will be www.myvollara.com / and the last 4 digits of your phone number. You'll receive an email with your login instructions and training from me.
Okay.
How do you want to secure your package?
Okay, hang on. Once that out of role play is, so your temporary password will be, now that should not be in there like that.
It's not in there like that. It's in there /
It is. It's on. Yeah, but it shouldn't be. Your temporary password will be. I would have. That's not even right.
It's in there.
Yeah, I know, but it's not. Yeah, I know. It's got to be changed. It should be. Your password will be. You can do your last name plus 77. But you're right. The last 4 of your phone number, I like that the best.
I do.
So,
Why?
yeah, I don't. Just cross that out. Put your own writing in there. Last 4 of phone number. Yeah, that shouldn't be like that. I'll see if we can get that. It won't be changed right away because John's out for this week vacation, and I have to leave here at 8:30 to go pick my aunt and uncle up from California. So, I mean, not from California, but from the airport, guys. So the call is not happening tonight. I forgot to tell you guys that. But Wayne, just cross that out and put your personal Vollara password is the last 4 of your phone number. Just put that in there.
Phone number. Yeah, I got that crossed out on the script. So.
Okay. All right, go ahead to the next bullet point there, dear.
Okay. How do you want to secure your package? Visa, MasterCard, Discover, American Express.
Okay. So let's stop there and let's go back up to where you started, and you said we want to make sure that this thing's going to work, and if it's not, we want to make sure that we don't know which. You're going to tell me what I picked. You're going to say, let's go up to the top where it says be assumptive. Okay, meaning assumptive that they're going to get the risk-free.
Right, from the enroll process.
Yep,
right.
So we want to ask, so if they put let's say they put risk-free. So I see here, Jackie, so the next step is to get you discovery training, temporary account, Wayne, Laura website set up. We want to make sure that things are going to be a continued fit for you, so that, that's why we do the discovery temporary account is that and your training, okay? Now I see you said risk-free unit here. So in order to get the risk-free unit, and a lot of people say, yeah, I'm not sure how that works. The risk-free unit is basically you secure that for $4.99 plus tax and shipping. And then you go right in. So how do you want to, okay, this is different than the way I do it. So even though I wrote the script.
Chris,
Jackie, real quick. Hey, if you don't mind, when you get with John, I don't mind helping clean up this stuff and uploading it to the site if John let me.
Yeah, if you can do me a favor and clean the script up and then send it to me, I can tell him about you uploading it to the site with your IT experience. He probably would love for you to do that. I've been asking him, I'll do it. I don't know how to do it, though, Chris. I said, teach me. But if you can't...
Yeah, I can help take some pressure off of him because I know he's, has a lot going on, and that's something that I'm pretty good at.
Yeah, if you could do that, that'd be great. So let's go. Thank you, Chris. Let's go here, Mr. Wayne. So we have to figure out...
One quick thing about that. I would be more than willing to help you out, Chris, and going ahead and going through here and helping rewrite, just correct the errors in there and that type of thing, and then sending it off to you.
Yeah, let's do this for right now, Wayne. Let's focus on one thing. No, I appreciate that. We'll get that going here, but let's just focus on this real quickly here. Sure. Temporary account gets you going through micro commitment or risk-free, whichever they've chosen. So out to you. We'll get your micro commitment out to you. We'll get your risk-free unit out to you, which is $4.99 plus tax and shipping. That is not in the script, so we kind of have to have that in there somewhere, Chris. It depends on what they chose, right?
Right. I went over there with Wayne, so I'm gonna add that in there with the micro commitment and the risk-free unit. That way, if they pick either or, they'll know what to say.
Yep. And again, if somebody hem-haws about the $4.99, say, hey, you know what? We're not here to put you any pressure on you or anything like that. Let's just start with the micro commitment. That's what I tell people. Under $100, let's get you started, move you in the right direction. Let's work that way, okay? And they say, yeah. The other thing, Chris, I'd like to see in the script is whether it's micro commitment or risk-free below, after whatever you've told them, we'll get your micro commitment out to you for under $100 plus shipping, 100% money back guarantee. Hey, listen, Chris, I need you to promise me something, okay? I need you to promise me something. And you say, what's that? I need you to promise me if this doesn't meet up to your expectations for whatever reason, whatever reason, even if you love the unit, okay, I want you to, you have the right to ship back and get 100% money back guarantee. So let me repeat that again for you, Chris. So, Chris, $4.99 plus tax and shipping for the unit, and you're like, okay, all right. And Chris, but I want you to promise me something first, okay? Can you promise me something? And you're going to go, what's that? If this doesn't meet up to your expectations for whatever reason, please ship it back. Okay? Can you do that? And Chris is going to say, yes. Chris, even if you love the dang thing, ship it back if you want to. Okay? It's the same thing with the micro commitment, okay? If we really, I don't know why I missed that. I think we're trying to condense the scripts. We don't want them real large and overwhelming. But I really think that's an important point to put across to you. It just puts people at ease, doesn't it? Didn't you feel at ease when I said that, Chris?
Oh, yeah.
I'm just so matter of fact, and I'm like, hey, listen, man, bro, if you don't like it, this isn't your cup of tea. I don't say it like that. But, ship it back, okay? Even if you love it, ship it back, okay? Because we don't want you doing something that you don't want to be doing. That should be in there too. We don't want you doing something that you don't want to be doing, okay? If it turns out that way. And you get them going, wow, okay, shut up, all right, So that's got to be cleaned up because, we don't have any pinpoint here. And then your password, the last 4 of the phone number. Chris, do you have those?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm gonna clean all that up. I'll send you a template of it once I'm done. Then we can go from there.
Yeah, and Chris, I really think, let's see, correspondent emails, personal website, okay, that's fine because we're just telling them what their username is, what their password is, name, email, address. Okay, great. Now, how do you want to secure it? So, Wayne, we're going to pick up here, and I'm going to tell you how I want to secure it.
Okay.
Wayne, I'm going to put it on a Visa.
Put it on the Visa, all right. And I'll tell you what I need from you, Jackie, is this. It's important that I go ahead and get your credit card number.
Okay.
So go ahead and give me that.
Yeah, it's 4212.
Yes.
1111. 3030.
Right.
7777.
All right. And what about the expiration date?
It is 03 of 21.
03 of 21. Okay, thank you. And finally, the CVV code. That's
321.
321.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Now, let's see. I'll send you a welcome email and login instructions to your back office for your certification. The back office has a wealth of resources for you, certification reports, all kinds of great things. Does that make sense?
Sure, I don't know what to expect, but I'll look forward to getting back there.
Well, it'll be great. I can tell you that. It'll be good. I have lots of good stuff for you. And also, I'm going to send you an email with your training assignments you want to complete as soon as possible. Most will be finished within 24 to 48 hours. I want to schedule you to go ahead and meet up with me for training. Give me a call back when you're done with your training. Can you have this finished, say, probably by tomorrow or the next day?
Wayne, how long is the training?
The training is, let's see.
A couple hours. Just say a couple hours.
Couple hours. It's not going to take you more than 2 hours at the most to go through that training.
I can probably have it done by Friday morning.
Friday morning, okay. Friday morning is fine. That'll be great. Expect a call from me. What do you say, around 10 a.m. Central Time? That'd be too late.
Okay, so let's stop here. What I would do is schedule them. So, Wayne, you would say, let's get you scheduled in. Most people finish their training within 24 to 48 hours. I want to schedule our next follow-up call with you so I can get you into your next training. And I would say the next training is money-making school, okay? However we're going to call it, if it's compensation, I like money-making school. So you can kind of get me excited about the next step.
Yeah.
So the next training, we'll get you into, it's about how you're going to make money, Jackie. You excited about that? Oh, Wayne, I'm excited. So now I've got some urgency. Like, man, I got to get through this, right?
Right.
So you schedule me for Friday. AM or afternoon work for you? You asked me. I said, well, AM would work fine, Wayne. I've got a 9:30 AM and 11:30 AM Eastern time. Which one will work for you, Jackie? Give me 2 times.
Okay.
And then I'll tell you. And if I say, gosh, Wayne, I can't do either of those, you may end up saying, well, you know what, I am booked the rest of the day. Or you may say, you know what, let me see here. I could probably squeeze you in my last appointment here. It's going to be tight, but I could get you in at 4:30. Could you do that? Oh, Wayne, I could do that. Okay? But see, it's all in how we posture our vocabulary, right? It's all on how if I gave you 2 times, and those are the only 2 times, and then I say they don't work, and then you say, well, how about between 1 and 3, or 1 or 3? I'm going to start thinking, well, why didn't you offer me those at the beginning, right? You want to make it set up where there's urgency, where you're busy. So you say, gosh, you know what, Wayne, let me see where else I could I'd hate for you to go the whole weekend not to get through this. And sometimes people will say, well, you know what, Jackie, I'll get through it by tomorrow night. Can you get me in tomorrow night? You know, the way you set it up, because people, you know, the reality people are given, they don't know any better. So if you set up that urgency in there, and you set up a way, you know what, I'm doing the best I can. How about 4:30? It's going to be tight, though. I do have someone just before you. I'm going to try to squeeze you in between. And I go, Wayne, I'll take it. Wayne, I'll take it. Okay?
Yeah.
So that will happen. And then again, that's it. So then what you're doing is you're telling me certifications. I use Dr. Troy's name. It's not in the script, but I use it. Get you through those 3 trainings on the RCI, the negative ORP, and the consumables, Dr. Troy Sanford. Why? Because it's authority. It's authority. That gets people excited. They're going to learn from a doctor. You know? And so you can throw that in there. You don't have to. It doesn't have to be in the script. And then you say, then we're going to get you into money-making school. So most people finish their training between, 24 to 48 hours. It takes you about 2 hours. And I know you're following the script right now, and I know this. But can you get it done by tomorrow? And I'll say that first, and if I get a yes, then great, I'll get them scheduled. I can't get it done by tomorrow, Wayne. Well, Friday morning? Friday? Yeah, I can get it done by Friday for sure, Wayne. And you did that perfectly. You did it perfectly. And then you're excited for them. Next training is money-making school, Wayne. Can you get excited about that? Can you get excited about that? Oh, boy, Wayne, I can get excited about that. So it's excitement. I'm getting them excited. I'm keeping their feet from ever touching their ground. The key with your new partner is to get them into action as soon as possible. The sooner you do, the better. And then you say, hey, man, you're off to a great start. I look forward to whatever those goals were, putting a lot more zeros in that in that checkbook. But first of all, adding a lot of value to people. See, this is just my own personal terminology. We're going to help a lot of people, Wayne. But you're going to make some mistakes, Wayne. Okay, you're going to fail forward, Wayne.
If I don't make some mistakes, I'd like to know just exactly whether or not I'm doing anything.
Yeah, well, you will, and you're going to fail forward. But guess what? You're going to help a lot of people, and guess what, Wayne?
I'm going to do something. So
you're going to make a lot of money. So again, that's how I set and close up the call. I say, hey, Wayne, you're after a great start. You're going to help a lot of people. You're going to make a lot of mistakes. That's just proper expectation, Wayne. You will make some mistakes up as you get your sea legs, but guess what? After you help a lot of people make those mistakes and learn, you're going to make a lot of money. You're going to make that income that you shared with me. You're going to be able to get out of debt. You're going to be able to stay at home. You're going to be able to get that penthouse. Whatever it is, bring up their why and throw it right back in their face, okay?
Right.
So, Wayne, you did really good from the last time we role-played several months ago.
Yeah.
You did really well. One of the things I would offer, and I'll have Chris chime in here, put the name of the person in there a little bit more. Like, Jackie, so what's your primary phone number?
I didn't do that very much at all this time.
No, but it'll help. So, Jackie, I'm going to send you a welcome email. And, Chris, this needs to be changed somehow. I'm going to send you a welcome email with login instructions to your back office and your certifications. This will be your assignment. We don't need this, and I'm also going to send you an email with your training assignments. I must have been tired. And I thought John previewed this, but it's double. We can save some room here. So, Chris, are you there, Chris?
Yes.
So I can send you a welcome email with the login instructions to your back office, and we can go ahead and get your training assignments to you, which means you're going to go through your certifications put that in there. It is a training assignment. It's good to say that, but you can get rid of that down here, that sentence again. It's just repetition. Wow. You can see that I don't follow this script anymore. I follow it, but I do my own. Yeah. Wow. The rest of it's pretty good, right, guys?
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
it's pretty
I
good
cleaned it up.
considering you don't follow the script.
Cool.
You don't need to
But
anymore.
the good news is there's newbies using this, and I think what they're doing is they're listening to John recording on a risk-free unit and
Yeah.
the recording on how to get somebody into a micro-commitment. And it's not hearing the script, but they're listening to that recording, and they're remembering it and carrying it forward. So we want to
Yeah.
keep it stupid simple and non-complicated, but people do not remember. They don't know that they have to secure the unit. They don't have a clue. John says they have to secure the unit, but they're not sure what that means. They don't understand that it's risk-free and that we have to secure it. Now, however, it's $4.99 or $7.99. I mean, that's
You know what?
Chris.
That's what I
Chris,
was
if I-
thinking about a little while ago, Chris. When we were doing this role play, we were calling it $7.99.
You have to. Yes, I was just going to say, Chris, you have to put $7.99 in the script.
Yeah, that's what I normally say.
Yeah, but Wayne, it's completely up to you. You as a newbie, I would go for the $7.99. But there are some people like me and Chris, we do the $4.99. We get the person, the unit at that cost level. I find it laziness on my part, and I'll be quite honest. For 13 years, guys, it was always $7.99. I mean, I might give a discount to the person for $6.99 and no shipping, but for 13 years, I always charge $7.99 or $6.99. No ifs, ands, or buts, never. Always. But then I just think I came into a position whether I'm telling myself a story that's not true or untrue. $4.99 was easy. We could order it right under them. They became active. It saved them some money, and it helped them get into a pack. So my thinking changed. John didn't like my thinking. He thought I was telling myself a story that was he says, Jackie, that's how people make money, though. That's how your newbie's going to make money. I'm like, yeah, I know, but I think this is better for me. So, Wayne, there's no right or wrong. We are going to put $7.99 in there because you do deserve to make $300 or $400 profit. You're in business to make profit, and when your new person comes in, you want them to make money too, right?
Yeah. By the way,
now I make
Jackie,
money. I
this is
make almost $100 off a unit because I'm at a 35% payout. It's just not as important, but it's really not about me. So I will teach $7.99. Okay? For 13 years, I did $7.99. Okay?
Jackie, I got to tell you something. I just texted Diane a little while ago, and the breakfast call is canceled for the time being.
What?
The breakfast call is
canceled?
It's canceled. Yeah, she told us that last week. But I wanted
the
to make
breakfast call is canceled?
Yeah.
Yeah, she said they doing some changes.
Yeah. And it was canceled last week. She said the last one was this past Thursday, and it did not happen on Tuesday. I got on just to be sure, and there was nobody else on. And then didn't get on that long. But then I went ahead and I texted her just a few minutes ago and asked her if the breakfast call was canceled, and she said it is canceled until further notice, Wayne. Sorry. I said that's all right. I just wanted to ask. It's been canceled. So I thought I better let you know that.
All right. All right.
You can do anything to let the lady know.
Hang on.
Because that call will not be taking place tomorrow. No longer happening.
Okay. All right. Well, then I will let her know, Holly know, that it has been canceled. Did an email go out? I mean, there's no email or anything.
No, there was nobody, hardly anybody ever came up on that. You know, that day that you got on there,
Mhm.
there were more people on than there ever was before. I was sometimes the only person on that call with Diane, besides maybe one other person. Every now and then, Chris would show up, or somebody else here and there. Chris was on there the day that Diane told us it was canceled.
Okay. That makes sense. That makes sense. Just wanted you to know that the Thursday call is canceled. Okay. Thank you, Wayne. I didn't know that. Now, it makes sense that if nobody's on the call, and I think that has a lot to do with John not being on the call. We've had hundreds.
Yeah,
We had hundreds of people on that
all
call.
the stuff that's going on. I don't know what. Sure.
Well, we had hundreds of people on that call, but you know, times have changed for folks. I don't know. We can have up to 15 to 20 to 25 people on our noon call. It's all about. And Diana's good. Don't get me wrong. Her devotionals are good, but
Yeah.
people are looking for training, and people come out for the training. It's a different beast, I would say.
Yeah,
I know the God Cultured call, we've got a lot of people registered for the Saturday call, but it's John Bender. So you attract, your leadership attracts different people. Again, it's not. We don't have hundreds on that call, but we don't need hundreds either. I've learned that years ago. You just need the few, and then those few start doing their own calls. And then those few start doing their own calls in your group, and now you have all this influence of apostles doing their own training and teachings throughout your organization, level by level by level by level. I've had people that do things on, radio, literally, on our team. So it's cool how that can transform. But times have changed, and we have to go with those times. And so I'll get with John and see what we can do. We don't need to resurrect the breakfast call, but maybe we could do a Tuesday call, and because it was all personal growth.
Yeah,
I think it was
a good thing.
Oh, it's a great thing. It's just we want to be able to mix the devotional in with the personal growth, both of them.
Right.
I mean, I've listened to the recordings with my dad. I can't get on that. I couldn't get on that call at the time because of taking care of my dad, but I always listen to the recordings. I think people forget that too, that you might have a small group, but the recording goes out, and people listen to the recordings. I do it with Joel Osteen. Just because I'm not up front and present, I listen to the recordings, man. I listen to Darren Hardy recordings. I listen to Maxwell's recordings. I may not be able to be on all the live calls, but I do make a point. So I'll have to bring this up to John. He'll listen to me. Maybe we can figure out how to bring Diana back and get some more people on there. Summertime can be tough, too, but we'll get it back. We'll figure it out, won't we, guys?
Right.
And I know Diana will do it, and she's a great leader. She can do it, so we'll figure it out. So, Chris, all the little updates.
Doing my role plays with Chris, I am learning the things that I'm going to need to know for sure in going ahead and being a leader and teaching people. Because as we went through that script today on partnering, I was seeing the many areas that I am really, really weak in. That I'm going to have to go back over and study more carefully and thoroughly. But more importantly, there's an area that I'm always bad at. I've been that way all my life. And you'll note at the bottom of any script, I'm always bad at the bottom of any script. I miss out. I'm bad at the bottom of any script. I miss.
Well, yeah, we just need to enlarge it for you, enlarge it yourself so you can highlight it or number it or underline it or bold print it.
Yeah, well, I'm not just talking about that. I'm just talking about I just do not give it enough time. I don't go ahead and stick with it long enough. It's kind of
Right.
like reading the Bible. I
Right.
go through and I read, and when I finally get to the last chapter I'm going to read, I don't spend enough time reading and paying close enough attention to it. I can actually tell you what I just read. It's like, man, oh man, you need to really, really focus.
Yep.
You got
And
that?
you will, Wayne. The good news is you've recognized it, and you and I have talked about it, many different calls throughout the year.
Yeah.
It's just recognizing it and then making that decision. But before I let you go, Wayne, you did a great job. I mean, like I said, I've heard you. We've done this probably 6 months ago, maybe a little longer. You sent me a recording or two. You are more focused. You sound better. You're getting there, and so it's read the script out loud. Don't just read it like quietly.
Oh,
read it
I know
out
that for
loud.
a fact. Yeah.
Okay.
Just from that time on the
And
stage. Yeah.
yeah, read it out loud, and then is there anything, Chris? I know the bottom part. I just thought of a thought before I get off my ADD. One of the reasons I think why the breakfast call was discontinued is because of Volara and the Chairman's Council. We've added, there's some, we don't want to have so many calls that people can't get on them. That's one problem. And we've had quite a bit of calls in the past, but we've added the Volara calls because we're all on one page now, and that's the other reason that I'm thinking that the breakfast call, because we have the Saturday personal growth call with John, we have the Thursday night personal growth call with Michelle, and then myself, John, JK, and Gloria, and Brian, we're going to be doing a smorgasbord call. We're going to teach you how to hit the trip. We're going to teach you why you should hit the trip. We're going to teach you to make sure you're active every month. We're going to teach you to make sure your Social Security number's on file. We're going to teach everybody this. And so I think that's one of the reasons. We don't want to have so many calls. Now, personally, I've thought about us skinnying down on the 12 noon call, but there's too many of you that have stated that you like the daily call. Am I right?
No, I like it.
Oh, yeah.
I've had the ones that are the core group that I see changes, such in Wayne's changing and growing, literally. Chris, I see that with you. Not everybody, but I believe after a while we can get everybody to keep moving, and our new people, we'll keep the call. And we'll just have different leaders to lead those calls for whoever wants to show up. Again, guys, we can't focus on the numbers of people. We have to focus on the value to the call, and that the few that grab it and run with it. Because remember, you do not need an army in Volara. You may need it in every other network marketing company, but not here.
No.
Why? Because we don't just have penny product. We have real technology. We have real what's it called? Help me out, Chris. Class 2. Am I saying it right? FDA Class 2?
Yep, FDA approved Class 2 medical device.
Yes, where there's not other companies that have what we have, so we're real different. So, Chris, real quickly, what can you offer Wayne tonight? I as you can see, Wayne, I stopped you and we worked through some things, but what could you offer him tonight? Anything you want to critique?
Honestly, Wayne, I'm a straight shooter. I would say,
Good.
yeah,
Good.
I mean, it's love, man. So, honestly, I would say really go over that script, schedule it in first thing in the day, like go over it, at least 3 times. And if, I will have to pull a Greg on you, even if you have to write it out yourself 3 times, as well. That way you can really kind of work out those kinks. Because even though you're reading it, you probably have read that thing, let's say 100 times, Wayne. But you still haven't developed your flow yet. That makes sense?
It makes very good sense, and here's why.
Okay.
What I plan to do is go ahead and
Did we lose you, Wayne?
Uh-oh.
We lost him. Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Chris, what
Let's
else
get
were you going to offer tonight? Because this is recorded so he can go back and listen.
okay. Like I mentioned, Wayne, couple of things that really helped me, uh, especially when I really started seeing some progress. And I mentioned this before during a couple training calls. I give you three things. Read the script. Schedule it in your calendar. Preferably first thing in the day. Go over it about 3 times. From there, I would say write it out. 3 times as well. And then what you can also do to really put the icing on the cake and put a cherry on top so it can look nice and pretty, right? Pull up that video at night, right before you go to bed. If you have some earbuds, listen to that stuff, before you go to sleep. Or, and sometimes what I normally do, I'll actually listen to it while I'm asleep, and it just, cuts off by itself. And it kind of seeps into my subconscious mind a little bit when I get into that alpha beta state of sleep. So those are 3 things I would highly suggest for you. So I'll repeat that one more time. Rehearse that script, go over it at least 3 times first thing in the day. Write it out 3 times, and also make a habit, one of those good habits, listen to that thing right before bed, or even to the point where you go to drift off to sleep with it. That's all I have, Jackie. Thank you.
Perfect. Well, thank you. Thank you. Appreciate you, Chris, and Wayne for showing up and adding value tonight and learning, Wayne. We've got this recording. Everybody's got this recording. We will get the script updated as soon as we can, but we're not going to delay in the process because we don't have the new script. We're going to use it. We're going to take the notes that we learned off this today and just put some marks on our script until we post the new one and just forge forward. But Chris, thank you. Wayne, thank you. Everyone on YouTube tonight, thank you so much. Just want to say God bless you. We will be back on this channel again tomorrow at 12 noon, sharing how you can live a joyous, blessed, financial-free life here, to be able to help and serve others, help somebody on a health journey, help somebody get back time with their family and their friends, and be able to donate tied to their church, whatever it may be. We have an answer for you, and that's what we're all about here with our great, I'd like to say our Envision Group team here. We're purveyors of hope, and if you want to be a part of our team, reach out to us. God bless you. Chris, thank you so much. Guys, have a super-duper night, and we'll see you tomorrow on YouTube. And we'll see you guys tomorrow. You too.